Hey people, it is Tuesday, October the 19th, which happens to be my mom's birthday. And the time is 11:20 in the morning, and the temperature is currently 13 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Yonge Street and Shore Blvd East. And I'll be taking a walk along part of Shore Blvd and down to Quay, I think, to make my way down to check out the new second bridge that was installed, where they're replacing the old Cherry Street Bridge. They installed one of the new bridges some months back, and they recently installed a second one. So I thought I'd just take a look down there, and we'll take a look at the progress of some construction sites along the way. This is a very busy part of the city for construction projects. Many new towers and other buildings are underway in the East Bayfront area. And also water main and sewer replacement. So we're currently walking past the site of Yonge, where they're building a super tall skyscraper here called Sky Tower. And that one will be 95 stories. And this one is just topped out here, the 65-story Prestige Tower, as it's called. And over here you can see the Sugar Wharf Towers getting taller by the week. Last time I walked by here, they were nowhere near this tall. And these towers will also be in the 65 and 70-story range, so one will be about the same height as this one, and the taller one will be quite a bit taller than that one, actually. About 5 floors taller. So we'll get a closer look up at the Sugar Wharf site as we pass by. The smell of fresh asphalt is in the air. It's not one of my favorite smells. And I always like to kind of look at the towers popping up over the Gardiner Expressway here. This morning was fairly cool. I think it was only 7 degrees when I first came outside this morning. Now, as I said, it's 13, but the temperature is expected to get up to 20 degrees Celsius today. So that's actually quite warm for almost getting into later October. There's the new LCBO head office. That's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. Now at some point I'll swing down to Queen's Quay. It tends to be a little bit more pedestrian friendly than the stretch of Lakeshore Boulevard. But before I do that, I just want to take a peek up this ramp here again. You get some good views of these projects from up here. That's the Loblaws grocery store. And it looks like I could probably go down to Queen's Quay through that side. So there you can see the Prestige. As I said, that one's topped out, so that crane will be coming down soon. And I think this is the shorter of the two towers. The taller one has not progressed as much as the shorter one. And there's an awesome shot. CIBC Square Tower, CN Tower, and the Prestige, and soon a super tall skyscraper will also make its mark here at this site, towering over the Prestige by 30 stories, if you can believe that. And there's the Redpath Sugar Refinery. And there's always sort of a weird sweet smell in the air around here. Not necessarily a sugary smell, but just an unusual industrial smelling, but yet sweet smelling odor. Some humpback whales and some dolphins and a beluga whale. And there's a very large freighter picking up some sugar. It's called the Barnacle. A lot of these are ocean-going freighters that make their way into the Great Lakes through the St. Lawrence Seaway. This is Lower Jarvis Street. And the lake looks really pretty with the sun glinting off it right now. We'll get a better look at that ship there once we go far enough down to actually get a look at its length. That's quite the big boat. And this project looks like it's close to completion. Trying to remember if that is the Innovation Center. I think that's what that might be. And here's another site that will soon be yet more new buildings. They haven't really started digging yet here. It's just in site preparation.
Route 75 Sherbourne, southbound towards Quay E.
Well, this isn't the prettiest part of town right now, obviously. But it's literally being transformed from mostly undeveloped former industrial lands into residential and commercial uses. Here's Lower Sherbourne Street. You can get a pretty good view of the skyline from spots along here as you head eastward. A little bit further east. Try to get a better skyline shot. I think from Cherry Street, actually, where the new bridge is, there's an awesome place to get a fantastic view of the skyline. So maybe I'll wait till we get there. It's always interesting to walk along here maybe once every 3 or 4 months just to see how much it's changed in a relatively short period of time. Seems like with every new walk along here, there's another project just starting or one is just wrapping up. Oh, there's a tall building where there wasn't a tall building before. You can see what much of this stretch looked like before all the redevelopment. It was kind of more along the lines of this kind of stuff. And you can guarantee that these buildings will probably be coming down at some point in the future. I don't think there's any active proposals yet for this site, but I find it hard to believe that that won't be the case. Interesting car. Now this building here, I wonder if this will be a steel frame construction, because usually when they build the concrete core in that manner, it's followed by steel girders going up around it. That's usually how they build major office towers. So I'm not exactly sure what this building is going to look like. I think I see a rendering over there. It looks like a commercial building. Although this Aquilina is definitely a residential complex here. I'll have to check the Urban Toronto forum to see exactly what that building was. I think I knew at one time, I just can't seem to recall at the moment. I'm wondering if I should cross the street. That would be a good skyline shot if it wasn't for that billboard. There we go. I just can't resist showing the skyline when it presents itself like this. We can see a GO train heading eastbound. And here we are at the foot of Parliament Street. So I'll be heading onto this shared pathway as there's no proper sidewalk. But it is for pedestrians and cyclists. Try to keep out of the way of the cyclists. They tend to come down here like a bat out of hell. There's an old decommissioned silo. And over there you can see the distillery district. And it's starting to feel warm now. The temperature has gone up a couple of degrees since I began the video. And look, you can see new bridge sighting. I'm wondering if the second bridge has actually been installed yet. I saw that it was on the way here, and that was a while back. They ship it by barge from Nova Scotia, where it's assembled. But maybe it actually hasn't arrived yet. Well. Oh, my bad if it's not here. We can still look at the first bridge though. It's pretty cool.
And Peter's like, yeah.
The second one is basically the same as this first one. It's a westbound GO train now, heading into Union Station. Yeah, it looks as though this is still only the one bridge here. Well, I guess these things take longer than I thought to get here on the barge from Nova Scotia. I just assumed it would have been here by now. Yeah, well, never make assumptions, as they say. They can make an ass out of you and me. Never assume, I guess, is the proper way to say it. Never assume. Or we can make an ass out of you and me. So anyway, this bridge and its twin, which is on the way, we'll be replacing this old bridge here, and the street will be realigned as part of this whole Portland's redevelopment. Here comes one of those garbage suckers. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, there's a whole crew of them here. Is there some major cleanup they've all been called to? And here comes another one. So I'm going to go up these stairs here to check out the view. There's just someone currently up there doing the same thing I'm planning on doing. Awesome view from up there, right?
So nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look.
Going up next?
Yeah, are you?
Turn down. You go up.
Okay. Thanks. Well, at least I'll have an excuse to come back here again when the second bridge has arrived. It was still worthwhile to come and just check out the progress on the way and get a more updated skyline view. The skyline also just changes every few months. These buildings get taller. I'm gonna go more of those things. Why? Maybe this is where they're all headquartered. I guess that's what they're doing. They're going back to home base, would be my guess. Must be a storage yard where all those things are parked. because they do tend to operate early in the morning, like first thing 6 o'clock in the morning or earlier, and they're probably finishing up their shift now and calling it a day. So that leads into the Portlands. This area will be completely redeveloped in the future with all kinds of new residential buildings and parkland. And some new wetlands are going to be constructed. It's going to be a complete overhaul and transformation of the old industrial Portlands. So I'm going to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed the walk along Lakeshore Boulevard East and Queens Quay, from Yonge Street down here to Cherry Street. Although my initial plan was to check out bridge number 2, but bridge number 2 is not here yet. In any case, if you enjoyed this walk anyway, leave a comment below, and like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.